All right. So, welcome to the Summit Call 2016. Woo! We'll be there in a month. If anyone has the schedule on their phone, can they just pull it up so they can help me walk through it? Do you guys have the app? So if you don't have the app, there's an app that you can download on your phone. I think you should just be able to search Beachbody Summit, Team Beachbody Summit 2016, and you'll probably find it. And it's a complete app with the complete schedule of everything that's going on every single day and kind of where you need to be. There you go.
Can you see? It's blue.
Yeah.
Summit 2016.
Yeah, I have mine, but it's like rather than me like looking at my phone and all that. So you all leaving? Are you leaving?
Yes,
Bye,
I'm
honey.
leaving it from. I'm gonna be on my phone.
Drive carefully.
We're at 5:30.
So someone, you have it on your phone, Crystal? You can pull it up.
No.
All right, you guys get it on your phone at some point, and then Blaine will come in here and pull it up for me. So most people, some people are arriving. Is everyone arriving Tuesday? Not everyone, but like some people. No one's arriving before Tuesday, correct? Okay, because we don't have the house till Tuesday. All right, there's a number of people arriving Tuesday. We will not be there until like Tuesday night, so I'll get with Brenda and whoever else is getting in earlier, but to get you the code and all that kind of stuff. Me, Matthew, Blaine, Ellen, and possibly Brenda, I don't know if she's going with her boyfriend or with us, is coming in late Tuesday night. So I will not have grocery shopping done until Wednesday morning, just so everyone knows, like to have something or to plan on something Tuesday night for dinner. I'll have some basics, but like when we get there late, so maybe for Wednesday breakfast. But other than that, we're going to get up and go grocery shopping Wednesday. The grocery shopping list will include everything for people in the house. So just basics for Shakeology, what you would have in Shakeology. If you have something out of the ordinary you like in Shakeology or specific fruits, like just tell me, or I think we have a grocery list going. But you know, almond butter, peanut butter, frozen fruit, bananas, almond milk, coconut milk, whatever you like, just let me know and I'll have it on hand so that we can have that. We'll have coffee and all that kind of stuff. We'll also just have general breakfast foods and things to pack for snacks because once we leave the house, we're gone from the house the majority of the day. So you're going to need snacks. So if you've ever been to like a Danny Johnson conference or event, hold on, I'm getting a lot of feedback. So I'm gonna mute.
It was my fault. Sorry.
Okay. All right, I muted everyone, but I'll just unmute you, or you can unmute yourself if you want to talk. That's not, I mean, really just unmute yourself. I don't care. I just couldn't hear myself. So we'll have general snacks like for you to bring and fruit and those sort of things. If you guys have like certain special things that you want to bring, like bring those. Like don't think that I can read your mind and like know what you like to eat every day. I don't. It'll just be very general, like snacky type things, right? And then we encourage no one to sign up for like the box meal because when you walk out from Summit, where it is in Nashville, there's plenty of places to eat. There's plenty of options and for us to grab food, and it was way cheaper and better than the box meals. There's lots of food trucks. Like it was a great venue. So since we did the same thing last year, we feel like we're better prepared for lunch. So lunch will be out and about. I mean, if you wanted to like pack your lunch because you don't want to do that, there's might be some options, but not like a ton at the house or whatever. And then for dinner, we'll go through like each night kind of what we're doing. So that's Wednesday night. If you are at the house Wednesday night, you're probably signed up to go to the Strengthen You Fiesta, which is like Strengthen You, Team Overcomers, Team Ignite, like all the people under Amy Kynard, and it's a good group. Megan, like 30, 40 people I think are on the list, and she's having that catered, and she smartly put me in charge of the margarita bar, so we'll be covered there. Otherwise, we'd be drinking water, and we don't want that. So if you're there Wednesday, we will be going to the fiesta. Some people are driving in. So the situation last year was we had enough people to like fit in a car to go most places, and or a couple cars because Joy and Brandon had a car. Like we had a few cars, but we also had a designated driver named Megan because she was pregnant, and we don't have her this year. So we got to reorganize our thoughts. So we have Blaine as a driver, but in most cases, honestly, we're going to, because of the size of the group, we might have one car, but we're probably going to be taking Ubers to most places, which is pretty cheap. So we'll probably be Ubering it, like getting a game plan 30 minutes beforehand and saying, meet down here and we'll go. So no man will be left behind. Don't worry. We will organize our plan and in most cases be doing that. We might take like our van and whoever else drove during the day because it was easy to park. It was only like $10 and that was better than Ubering. Like you had your own car, and the hardest part was getting out of the parking garage. That's not a big deal. So, okay, so that's Wednesday night. Thursday is the Team Courage training. So if you are if you have to sign up for the Team Courage training, you have to have your ticket for the Team Courage training. If you're there Thursday day, most everyone I imagine is going to the Team Courage training. It's awesome. In most cases, I don't think most people signed up for a workout. If you did sign up for a workout on Thursday, you'll probably have to leave the Team Courage training early to get there. It's pretty intense and usually runs over. That's at a hotel. Again, we'll divide up cars, or we'll take an Uber over to that. At that Thursday training is where you will get your wristband for the Big Bang party. If you're going to that on Friday, they will distribute those on Thursday. So for people not going on Thursday that are going to the Big Bang party, like you're not going to be there for the Thursday training, but you're going to the Big Bang party, you need to communicate that to someone in the group so that we can get your wristband for you. Okay? You'll be able to, I'm sure, get them that night, but it'll just be easier if we can get them for you in advance. Thursday night is opening. So between the training and opening ceremonies, Thursday night, we will go back to the house, kind of like reorganize, maybe change our clothes, kind of like unwind and talk to each other more, because pretty much everyone will be there by that point, by Thursday night. And just casual, get ready. Thursday night, as far as attire for Thursday training and Thursday night and for the rest of the trip, it's what you feel comfortable in, guys. It's not, there's no attire. It's like, I literally wore what I'm wearing right now to the Thursday night thing last year because I wanted to be cool. The Thursday night opening ceremonies is hot. You're in the stadium. You're in the Nashville football stadium. It's open. It's hot. It's hot. I cannot reiterate that enough. The sun is like blazing on you. It's very exciting, but it's very hot. So I would bring your water with you. They didn't go through the whole rigmarole that they did last year as far as like needing like clear bags or anything like that. So it's just like regular bags. Sorry, my legs are killing me. I'm like squatting. Here you go. Hold on. No, just right here is fine. This is perfect. Perfect height. Perfect height. Okay, so they didn't go through all the like clear bags and all that kind of stuff. So, but they might look through your bags. There's like a little kind of security process that I'm sure they'll probably still do because it's a big stadium and there's thousands of people. So you don't want like a huge bag. You just want your essentials. It's nothing you're going to be like taking notes on. You want your phone fully charged. If you guys don't have like a little battery pack to charge your phone, I would consider investing in one, because when you sit in these trainings and like want to take pictures of the slides they're posting and write down or put things on your phone or take pictures, like your battery power is just going to be sucked up really, really fast. So if you don't own like a Mophie or some kind of little battery pack, I would consider buying one to have and charge for all the events. What? Who's on here?
Can you see my boobs?
Cool people.
How do you feel about my boobs?
Teresa.
Hey, Miranda, your boobs look great.
My boobs are on point.
Hey,
Thank
Miranda.
you. I don't. Okay. Hello. I didn't see you all.
Right.
I know, it's weird sitting behind her.
Well, who is that?
Huh?
Who's that?
Jessica Parrish.
Oh.
With her sunglasses
Molly.
on.
Over here.
So, all right, I got a dog. All right, what was I saying? So Thursday, bagpacks, like you're in a stadium. It's kind of just welcoming ceremonies. So, and then after that doesn't run really late from what I remember. I mean, I don't know what it says on the app, but it wasn't like super late. And, oh, well, she's saying it starts at 8 p.m. Is that what the app says now?
Yes.
That was not the case last year. And the only reason I think they have it saying that long, let me read all the chat because I'm missing all this. But y'all feel free to unmute yourself too, or I'll miss it all. Or y'all are answering it though. The people that were there are answering it. Thank you. Crystal, you answer what?
Hey, they changed the time, remember, because it was so hot.
Okay, so it won't be as hot, but it will be later. So y'all call me out on that. I don't have the app in front of me. Last year was much earlier and it was so freaking hot. So I think they pushed it back to like the sun going down so people aren't like frying in their seats. So it will be a later evening then. It won't be like we can come home like afterwards necessarily. I mean, we will come home and hang out, but you know, every day is really long. All right, and Crystal's answering all those questions. So, okay, so now Friday is training. So we will get up, and if you're signed up for workouts, they're Friday morning. If you're not signed up for workouts, I don't sign up for workouts because it's so intense and so, I mean, not the workouts, but just such a crazy whatever. But if you are, you'll head to your workout time in your place and you'll do that, and that'll be great. And then if not, we can work out at the home together. We can set a time, and there'll probably be a couple different times and be like, hey, we're going to do size, we're going to do max 30, we're going to do whatever, and we'll just get in where you fit in and take a sweaty selfie and post it and be done with it. Or you jump in the last 5 minutes like me and splash some water in your face and you're like, yeah, it was great. Just kidding. I don't ever do that, ever. So Friday we'll head to training, and we're all signed up for the Silver Grand Ballroom, so we'll all be together. That starts at 9:30. There's not a big need to be there much, like super early, like unless you want to sit in the front row and then go for it. Like I do not need to sit in the front row. I get the same information in the back row as I do in the front row. They got big screens, they got big speakers. I can go to the bathroom easier. Matthew can leave to get us all coffees better and faster if we sit in the back row. That will happen. So think about where you want to sit. So it doesn't matter where you sit. Don't stress out about that. I want to backtrack to, at some point you do have to be registered as far as to get your like name tag and all that kind of stuff, which is super easy. But as we get in, like we'll probably just be like, okay, let's head over to, like we registered at the Gaylord last year together. So those of us who are in earlier might head over there and do that because there was no line, and that's not a big deal, but you have to get like your badge and all that kind of stuff before you go to the starting things on Friday. So we'll do training all day on Friday, and then Friday night is at the Big Bang, is the party for Team Courage. So you need tickets for that. Everyone should have tickets for that already. If not, you can get one. I don't remember what it costs, but it's going to include food and drinks this year. Last year it was just some drinks. It was $38. It was $38, but it's food and drinks. We'll also have some like food at the house, like before we go over, and we'll all go over together, and we'll all try to leave together. Or you'll be like that person like Kimberly was like, I don't want to go. I want to stay. Please let me stay. And Matthew will be like, I really think you should go because you have to get up for training tomorrow, Teresa. Like, can you please get in the car? Megan, I know you want to stay, but can you please get in the car? Or maybe Matthew will be the one this year that we're like, Matthew, I really think you should get in the car. Like, I think you should come with us. You're going to be sorry tomorrow. And then Saturday, we all wake up. We're like, oh, Matthew, thank you so much for making me go home. I'm so glad I went home and didn't stay out till 5 in the morning like all these other yahoos. So That's why we bring the man of reason with us. So we will come home at some point from the Big Bang, but we'll have a blast. It'll be a lot of fun. You'll meet a lot of people. Guys, I really encourage you guys to go up and meet people you don't know, because everyone there will be from Team Courage. If you don't recognize them, just be like, how long have you been a coach? Is this your first summit? Like, tell me about you, because these people, you'll meet the most amazing people with the most amazing stories that you've never heard. Or you'll meet someone that you'll get to meet Crystal, or you'll get to meet Aaron Booker, who's doing our call tomorrow, or you'll get to meet Summer Tucker, or you'll get to meet, whoever it is, like, or they'll get to meet you and hear your story. Like, we all have such an amazing story to share, and you'll recognize all these faces, or you'll meet people that you've never seen and hear stories that you won't believe. Like, that's the best part of these events, though, is like who you get to. I have no idea what you're talking about in the chat, but this is what is hard about giving calls, is when everyone's laughing at you.
They're talking about getting out, and Brenda said she was holding on to her firecracker, and I was like, who, me? And then Megan said, don't worry, Crystal will be tipsy and will introduce you to everyone.
Yeah. We just stand by Crystal, and she'll be like, that's so-and-so, and I follow her on Facebook, and that girl's really good at Instagram. Let's go dance with her. So you'll be fine. Just stick with us. You'll be fine. So you'll meet a lot of amazing, amazing people, lots of stories, not just at Big Bang, but like the training that Summer does, and just kind of when you're in that smaller environment. But just, at all of these events, like whether it's the cruise or going to Summit or going on the trips or going to Super Saturdays, like I try to talk up the people that I'm in line with, and I've always friended those people, and it's fun to follow them and follow their journey and like what they're doing, and just find out how people get into this business and what's going on with them, because the more stories that you come back with to share, the more your business is going to grow. I promise you. If you're like, oh my God, I met this girl Teresa, and she does this and she does that, and I met this girl Kimberly, and I met this girl Carmen, and she's like leaving her job, and she's going to do this and she's going to do that. Like, you'll just have like all these things to excite other people to bring onto your team. So I really encourage you to step out of your shell, if that is part of your shell, and talk to people. So we'll do the Big Bang on Friday night, and then Saturday we will have more training. The trainings are awesome, guys. They're not like boring sitting in a lecture or anything like that. You do need a notepad. You do need a pencil. You do need a charged phone, because they're going to put these like big slides up that have like all of these amazing information or amazing quotes, and like you just don't have time to write it all down. So you're like snapping pictures, and the key is just to like revisit that within a week after going to Summit, and like write it down, digest it, teach it to someone, and then delete it off your phone. So that you have the information. Otherwise, you just never refer back to it. But, we're on the track to listen to Summer talk with Brittany Leggett, and we're on the track to listen to a lot of other amazing top coaches. And the key to that is, success leaves clues. So pay attention to these people. Like, they have what you want. They have a successful business. They're making more money than us. They're higher ranked than us. Like, why would you not take the advice that they're giving you, So I think you'll really enjoy them, though. At the same time, pack snacks and like drink your water and get a workout in and take your Energize or whatever it is, because it's just a lot. It's a lot to take in. It's just a long day of information, and it starts early and then it ends with a big party every night. And in between that, we have all of us living in a house and, wanting to get as much time together as possible. So it's a long week. So Saturday, more training. And then Saturday night is the closing ceremonies. So between the training ending and the closing ceremonies, you have your app open? Like, what kind of time is in between that? Probably not.
Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday.
Okay, so Saturday we end at 4:30 or at 5 o'clock, and then closing ceremonies are at 8.
Okay, so we end at 5 o'clock for training, and then 8 o'clock is closing ceremony. So that will be enough time to kind of go home, unwind for a bit, change our clothes if we want to, and then head to the closing ceremonies. Again, we did not get to the closing ceremony super early to get like the front row seat. We were, in the nosebleed section, and they serve beer, wine, and margaritas at the closing ceremony. So don't be alarmed. It's okay. Yeah, I will. Yeah. And so we'll go to the closing ceremonies. It's kind of long, but it's very exciting. And it's when they do they'll have big fireworks and all that kind of stuff. But it's when they announce like the 100,000 grand winner from the success story. And you'll get to hear like all the people that qualified at the end, their stories and like the different age ranges and the different journeys, and so motivational, so moving. It's probably one of my favorite parts of Summit. Love it so much. And but they also recognize the top coach, which is well earned, but a lot of that's just kind of production and flash and all that stuff. But it's fun, it's enjoyable, and it's it's at night. And I remember, they move those things back later at night, so it's a little bit cooler. And we enjoyed it. And if at some point people are like, okay, I'm done, like I want to go home, I want to leave, that's why we have Ubers, or we take different cars or whatever, and we'll play that by ear. Saturday night, I do want to, after that, it might not end till 10 or 11, but after that, I definitely want to at least still be able to hang out at the house, like together, and unwind before people start to leave on Sunday. Some people don't leave till Monday. I know that we'll have to leave Sunday morning, so I don't mind staying up late Saturday night though, to like chill out with everyone and just kind of decompress from the weekend and put our PJs on and, have a glass of wine and hang out. So we'll play that by ear as far as the time frame and what's going on and what people want to do, but we'll be up and chatting. Like I said about the dress code, like it's just what you feel comfortable in. I feel comfortable in sundresses and dresses. Like I'd rather wear that than jeans because I'm cooler in that. Other than that, like if you want to if you wanted to wear workout clothes the entire time, no one would care. You'll be with half the other people that like to wear workout clothes the other as well. Like that's what they like to wear. They have a shop called The Core that will be open, and it's where you can buy more wear and share than you could ever imagine, meaning like every logo of everything we've ever sold will be at The Core, and it's huge. I don't know, someone write in the comments, like compare how big it is to, it's bigger than this house. Like the core is enormous. Like each room of this house would be like, this would all be 21 Day Fix stuff. And like, it's just enormous. So anything you can possibly want to buy, you'll be able to buy Country Heat there with no shipping or anything like that. Here's a tip. Might want to write this one down. When you check out at The Core, when you buy stuff at The Core, you give them your name and ID, because you earn volume on it. So check out as your husband. If I check out, I'm checking out as Matthew, because he's getting the coach price, but now Kimberly's earning volume on it. If I checked out as Kimberly, I earned volume from my upline. No one earned volume on it. So if you have a spouse signed up under you, you buy everything under them. Like even if they're not there, Teresa, you're like, oh, Michael, here's his ID. Everything you buy goes under him. That way you're earning volume on it as well. So there's a tip for you. But you can buy tons of stuff there. It's pretty cool. Let's see what else. Megan, do you want to unmute yourself, or Crystal or Brenda or anyone else that's been there that I'm missing? And then anyone that has like a question that they want to verbalize that hasn't been answered, they can unmute themselves as well.
I first and foremost just want to reiterate, seriously, guys, Wear anything that makes you comfortable. It really does not matter. You are going to see everybody and everything. I'm not kidding. Like, I think I saw people in pajamas last year. Like, everything you can think of, people are going to wear. Some people decide they want to be fancy and dressy. Some people just want to wear workout clothes. So don't stress that. Like, it is not about looking cool for everybody else. It is about taking in this amazing experience and going and being as comfortable as possible and just really enjoying it, bonding with the team, learning as much as you can. Like, I promise you're not going to be thinking about what you're wearing. I was 8.5 months pregnant last year, and not one time did I think about what I had on. Like, I was as big as a house and I didn't care. So just make sure that you understand, like, it really, really does not matter. Do not stress that. It's not a big deal. Carmen, I did put a picture of what we wore to Big Bang last year in the group conversation, just so you can see, like, what Kimberly and I had on and Krista had on. Everybody else wasn't in the picture, so it's not that I don't love you guys. You just weren't there.
Sorry, Megan, just to piggyback on your clothing. Don't feel like you have to go out and buy cowboy boots. Apparently, only people that are tourists in Nashville buy cowboy boots. But I am not personally even I know Jess, I know you have yours. You live in yours. That's different. But I am personally not taking mine this year just because of how hot I was last year on the nights that I was wearing them. I wore them to the Big Bang, and I looked cute, but it wasn't worth it because I was really hot, and I know that the boots exacerbated that. So.
And I will be bringing mine because they're super cute. And
They are super cute.
I'm gonna wear both of them.
They're in. I'm wearing them in that picture that I showed, the one she's talking about, and they are super cute.
They are cute. But it wasn't worth the heat for me.
And then, what was that? I just was going to say something else. It was something that I read off.
Hey, just to reiterate, it is hot as hell out there. So really, I mean, it is hot. My clothes, I wore a sundress that was like a silky material, and there was not a dry spot on that dress. And then when we go out for Big Bang, the streets, they're not they're bumpy, there's holes in them, the concrete has missing bricks. Trust me, I may have busted it last year. So I mean, wear flats if
don't bring heels.
Clumsy. Yeah, because we're going to be up, there's really no place to sit inside of Big Bang, so you're going to be standing all night, and the streets are not very friendly to walk on, so you have to kind of be careful where you take your steps.
Yeah, and everything's like in a stadium, so you don't want you're walking up steep stairs. Like, I wouldn't wear heels to anything. Like, I wear the same wedges I've worn though for like 8 years, like to everything, and then I'll pack some boots for some cute things. But I mean, you just want to be comfortable. Like, I know we're all going to be adorable and cute, and the point is just to be yourself. Just be yourself. So. Yeah, I mean, it's a busy schedule. Like, we went through all that. Like, it's a lot. During the trainings on Friday and Saturday, how they break it up is we're in this grand ballroom for, like, trainings, and it will be, like, Summer and another coach talking, and then a couple other top coaches. I don't know if it was, like, maybe 3 sets, possibly. Does it sound about right? Maybe 3 sets of speakers, and they talk about different topics. We're all hearing the same stuff. It doesn't matter which grand ballroom you're in. They're just separated by like day and times, and that's how they do it. So we listen to all that, and then the other half of the day, you get to go into whatever stadium it is. It's on the app. It's where they play hockey in Nashville. Or maybe basketball possibly too, the hockey and basketball stadium. So it's like a bigger arena. And that's where they have like the guest speakers. Like who's talking this year? Like the guy Gary Vaynerchuk is speaking. And there's another one too.
Hopefully Shalene again.
Yeah, like people, like they don't announce those. Like Shalene talked last year, and like Simon Sinek talked last year, but like that's where they have, and then this National Geographic guy talked, which was really cool. But that's where they have like these like specialty guest speakers that they like pay to bring in. Like they pay big money for these people to be here. So those were some of my favorite speeches of the night last year. So that's fun. Do we have tickets for those? It's all on your badge. Like you just have your badge that says you're with Summit. Like they don't check a ticket or anything like that. Like pretty much, I'm pretty sure you could be walking on the street in Nashville and walk in if you were really motivated. Like there's no kind of checkpoints or anything like that. Like it's just, and those two, the training and the arena are all like right back and forth between each other. So they're walking distance, and it's a very ideal location. But for opening ceremonies is in the stadium, closing ceremonies is in the stadium. At some point they'll announce, like probably early on, like the opening thing, they also have, and during these ones in the big arenas, like not necessarily the trainings, they're going to have a lot of announcements, guys. They're going to have really exciting announcements of like what programs are coming next, like where Summit's going to be next year, any kind of like anything new or studies, like if they were launching the performance line or country heat, like they announce it at these sort of things, like really big events. So they'll have lots of exciting of announcements of things they're working on, things that are going to be released, specials, things that are going to be on sale the second you get home, or things that are on sale that second, like that you're going to be like wanting to message people about and post about it. And so on that note, I would say, you know, that's another reason you want your phone charged. Like you want those things to be live. Like a lot of those things I know we schedule out with posts, but like if every other coach in the world is posting like, this is where Summit's going to be next year, and this is where, this is our next new program, like you do want, your followers want to see what's going on with you. And like, you really do need to share this entire journey. And that's something that's personally challenging for me, because it's tiring. Like you're tired and you do want to unplug, but it's even more of a time that you need to plug in with your challenge groups and plug in with posting on social media, because people want to see that excitement. Like you're definitely targeting a certain gym. Like Sapphires are going to love it. Like if you have Sapphires on your list of people that you want to be a coach or want to be a part of this, like they love this. This is me. I'd be like, I want to go there. Like I want to go on the cruise. I want to go to Nashville. I want to go to wherever it is next year. Like, and this is their chance to start now and join you a year later. Like they see that opportunity to be a part of it. So, they'll probably talk more about Punta Cana, the trip next year. Like, there's always a lot of exciting announcements. It's a lot of energy for sure. So, is there any questions from people that have never been that you guys want to ask, or anything you feel like wasn't covered? No, you're good, Carmen.
If nobody has any questions, just really quickly, like Kimberly already said this, but do prepare to be exhausted. It really is like it's very fun. It's just there's a lot going on. It's a lot to take in. So you're probably going to be tired. You're going to go home and feel like you need to sleep for a day. But it's amazing. I'm not saying it as like a bad thing. It's just be prepared, because it really is like a whole lot to take in. Really amazing. It's wonderful. Don't worry about like Teresa, don't worry about any sort of like social anxiety. I promise you, once you're there in the situation, people are amazing. You're going to look at these people and be like, wow, you're just going to be amazed at the people that you're going to meet. Even when you think that you're not going to meet anybody, you will, even because there's going to be other people over there that are not going to want to go meet everybody. And those are the people that you're going to meet. So you will definitely get to meet new people, and it's a lot of exciting stuff, but just, you will be a bit exhausted. And like I said, I don't want to say that in a bad way. It's not, but it's a lot.
Yeah,
we're going all day, every day. Like it's
plug or whatever. Like, I mean, do that. Like you're not gonna like miss anything. That it's okay. Like if you need to go home early from one of the things. I mean, there's things that we didn't stay till the very end, because I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I like need to go. I need to go. And that's why I don't sign up for like morning workouts and things like that. Now the super workout is on Saturday morning. There's a huge super workout. They close off all of downtown Nashville, or like the main street, whatever it's called. And they do the super workout there. It's amazing. I mean, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and the top trainers will be out there, and you'll do a group workout for like an hour. And if anyone has been at it, I would think Crystal Schaefer's probably been on it, but I'm usually exhausted. I honestly and I'm not going to lie. I can take someone's picture out of the 5,000 I'm going to see on Facebook and say something about it. And I don't even say I'm there, but I can post it and be like, oh my God, look at these 10,000 people working out on whatever street it's called. Yeah, it's amazing. Like, I don't know that I'll be getting up for it because people get up like really early to be there and fight all the traffic and all that stuff. But if you guys want to go, and I'm not saying that I won't want to go, like maybe I'll be motivated to go, but it is the night after the Big Bang, so I'll try to be realistic with myself. But Matthew will not want to go. Matthew will say, no, I don't want to go. But Matthew's the best team husband. Just give him a couple pats on the back. Make sure he has a beer in his hand, and he will make you bacon and sandwiches and pack you snacks. And he'll get bored during the training and say, do you guys want a coffee? And don't say, oh, no, don't worry about it. Just say, yes, I would love a coffee, Matthew. Thank you. That would be great. This is how I take mine. He will do all of that for you. He would be happy to. You just have to get him a beer in his hand when he gets home. But he does enjoy it. So I'm excited to see all you guys. Go ahead, Teresa.
Do we need to bring anything specific for like pillows or blankets for sleeping in the house or any of that stuff? How does that work?
If you are flying, then don't worry about it, and you're flying. So
yes.
I'm going to make sure to keep posting for everyone that's driving to bring extra of those things. I'll bring extra of those things. The house has quite a bit. We're not really much over capacity of what we're supposed to be. So I think we're going to be just fine. We are going to be just fine, like between the people that are driving. So you don't need to worry about any of that. If you have a favorite pillow, then maybe you should bring that. But other than that, you'll be set with all those sort of things. I would bring, I wouldn't count on, like toiletries being there. Like, I never know. Each house is so different. But, your soaps and your shampoos and that sort of thing. I'll also say, like, everyone's pretty generous with sharing all that kind of stuff. So if you do not want me to use your shampoo, you need to take it out of the bathroom. I'm just telling you right now, because I will use your shampoo.
Also, if you do not want her to eat off of your plate, do not sit next to her.
That's true, too. We already had that conversation tonight. And if you sit next to me, I do have half a say in what you're ordering because I might want to try it. So don't sit next to me if you don't want opinions on what you should order.
Kimberly, I'll sit next to you. My boss steals my snacks.
Does he? Okay, you can sit next to me. Please put extra snacks in your bag for training. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, we just all share each other's stuff, and there's not. I mean, Matthew will be there. Joy and Brandon Roan will be there. If y'all haven't met them, I mean, they're super sweet. They stayed with us last year, and I've stayed with them at other Danny events. They'll be there. Krista's boyfriend, Brian, is supposed to come at this point. So he's going. And then Crystal's husband isn't going, Michael. He was supposed to go, but he couldn't go last minute. So I think it's just those three guys. Well, they'll be fine. Don't worry about them. Don't feel awkward or anything like that. Like, they're just go with the flow type guys. Like, Brandon's like quiet as a mouse. Well, Matthew's pretty quiet too, but he's watching and listening. So. But he doesn't have Facebook, so he can't post anything about you. So. He can't tag you in anything if it makes you feel better. But we'll have a great time, guys. So I'm excited to see all of you, and it'll be.
Carmen had one more question in the
Carmen.
She put it in the chat. I don't know if you want her to.
Okay. How does the sleeping arrangements go? First come, first serve? Like, are people on the ground sleeping? I totally don't mind. I have to. Just curious. I mean, it's kind of first come, first serve. Like you and Dre, like I will just make sure are together because you know each other, you know, that sort of thing. Like Leslie and Teresa will be together. There's this one room with like a ton of beds. So like that'll be all girls. There won't be like a random guy in the middle of it or anything. It'll probably be like Teresa and Leslie and Carmen and Dre and maybe Kelly and Brenda. And, you know, we'll fill that room like that. So I probably might get there. Well, somewhat people get there before me, so they might change everything I say. But I might get there and be like, here's where everyone's sleeping. I might be on an air mattress, and I don't mind that at all. It's plenty of room, like square footage, but it's not like separated bedrooms necessarily. So, I mean, I'd probably have more fun in the big kind of bunk room, but Matthew would probably be not comfortable in that room, so we might have to sleep somewhere else.
Or he might be a little too comfortable in that room.
Maybe a little too comfortable in that room.
Jason
So
in our room.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, Jason hated that.
Carmen, you'll be comfortable though. I will.
Oh, I totally don't mind. I don't know what to expect. I feel like I'm giving birth for the first time.
Yeah,
I have all these questions. I don't know what to do.
I know. Like, so I imagine you'll be in the bunk room with Dre, but if I think like, depending on like when I count it all out or where people are more comfortable or not comfortable, I might say, oh, I think y'all would be better in this room or on an air mattress in this room or whatever. And you can always say that after the fact too. Be like, I don't know, like I can't sleep in this room because Megan snores. She does.
Oh, I'm fine with that. My husband snores, but are there
Not
people
always, but I will the night of Big Bang because I will be drinking, so I will definitely be snoring that night.
are there going to be people like sleeping on the sofa?
I think there's only like one sofa that pulls out, but the rest of it is beds. Like we'll have a couple air mattresses out, but everyone should have a bed. There might be 2 or 3 air mattresses out.
Because I'll volunteer to sleep on a sofa if I have to.
Okay, I will see.
I'm just saying that.
There's a nice big red sofa, kind of like this, but nice and big. So it looks really pretty. It's one of those things, guys, like we rent a lot of houses on VRBO, and you just don't know till you get there. Like, you're like, oh, okay, like, we'll make this work, or yeah. It looks really nice. Like, they kind of offered, like, a lot of services, and it looks cool. And it's not far. Like, it's an Uber ride of 10, 15 minutes, and last year we were like 10 minutes Uber ride from everything that we had to be at. And Uber's super cheap, or Lyft or whatever. Like, it's super fast, super cheap. If you don't have the Uber app on your phone, I would just get it. Because maybe one night you're going to be in charge of the Uber and it bills like right to your phone. But it's literally like $10. Like, it's not a lot. Like, and everyone will give you $10 or give you $1 or $5 or whatever. It'll work out. Like, you don't have to tip them. I do tip them, but you don't have to.
Uber doesn't let you.
Yeah, they do. I've tipped everyone I've ever had.
It wouldn't let me do it on my phone.
Not on your phone. You have to tip them like
I
cash.
don't ever have cash.
Well, you might want some cash on hand to tip your Uber driver. You just want cash on hand anyways, I think, if you're buying from like a food vendor or something like that. So not a bad idea to get some cash out of the bank just to have on hand. Like most everything else, you're going to be fine with no cash. But I mean, like if we are like walking around Nashville, like on the Big Bang Theory night. Big Bang night. If we're going, like, we might want to go into Tootsie's, or like there's a lot of fun famous bars down there. It's like it's a great time. So but we get there late Tuesday night. I think last year we went out Tuesday night, but we won't be there till late. But if you guys that are there earlier Tuesday go out maybe. And then Wednesday is the fiesta thing. And that's another thing. That will not be a late night. That fiesta night, like, it might be a late night at our house, Team Ignite house, but it's not going to be a late night at Fiesta Night house. So we'll come back to Team Ignite house and unwind and chat there. But you'll get to meet all the other, like, Strengthen You coaches and all that kind of stuff. But no, when the margaritas are gone, they're going to be like, hit the road, girls.
It was Megan.
It was Megan. Amy was like, can you be in charge of the margarita bar? I was like, yes, I can do that. I will be in charge of that for you.
Guys, for our Super Emeralds, just try to be ready to just go with the flow as much as you can.
I don't think so. I mean, there's a schedule. Like there's, I mean,
Well, I just mean like with the house and how that turns out, and
yeah, I mean, there's a schedule. Like if you are dead set though on like being like at a certain place at a certain time, like y'all schedule your Uber. Like, yeah, I mean, if Blaine like wants to leave at 9 and I'm like, I might leave at 9:30, like just schedule your Uber and leave. Like we're going to see each other. We have phones. We can text each other. It's not a big deal. Like we can end up sitting together. It's not like a huge deal to save seats, like when you're in the back row and all that kind of stuff. Like seriously, we were never like the people that were like, oh, we got to be in the front row. Like you can see wherever you sit. It's not a big deal. But if you're a front row person, then you might want to leave earlier and you might not want to sit with me. And that's okay. I will be okay. It's okay. Matthew will not get you coffee if you're in the front row, but I'm just saying.
What if you don't drink coffee?
He will get you tea. He will get you passion fruit, whatever you want.
Okay.
All right, we good? Okay. Oh no, I'm still sitting with you. You're stuck with me. No, it's going to be so much fun. You're going to just have so many aha moments. You're going to like, but the best time is going to be like spent together and talking to each other and doing fun workouts together and meeting people like at the Team Courage training if you're there, and at the Big Bang training, like when it's a smaller group, you know, really talk to people, find out what their story is, like what's going on with them. I think those will be your biggest takeaways. I mean, you should leave Summit like adding lots of friends to your friends list. I know they're not people you're going to invite, but they're people that you're going to start to follow and see what they're posting and see how their journey is going and what's going on with them. Like that's how I've met like so many of these Crystal, you know, this is how I've met Crystal Schaefer, who's staying with us in the house, and Joy and Brandon, and people from going to Danny Johnson events and meeting them through Team Courage events, not like from people that are on my team. So it's really exciting. It's a lot of fun. All right, guys, I'll leave you with that. I will stop recording and I will post the recording. I guess I'll post it in our group, of course, but I'll just post it in our team to have in the team. That way you can search Summit 2016 and it will come up if you're looking for it rather than going back through the search.
20,000 messages.
Huh? Yeah, instead of going through the 20,000 messages, you can just go find it in Team Courage. If you are Team Courage, Team Ignite, you there's a little search bar in Team Ignite. You just plug in what you're looking for. It's like a little mini FAQ. All right. Can't wait to meet you too, Teresa. Can't wait to. I've never even met Carmen. I can't wait to meet you. I'm so excited. Kelly, I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you, Crystal. I can't wait to see you, Miss Poussey. And we are going to have a great time. I hope everyone's monogram is correct, because if not, it's too late. You are who you are. Bye, Miranda.
Bye, Miranda. We love you.
It's now to be bye, Miranda.